I'm going to discuss possible replacement drivers over in the orthopedic surgeon that was on Race Hub last night, Wednesday night, August 7th, said that Stewart's likely out 6 weeks, which basically just pretty much finishes this season. Yeah, there's more races to go than that, but frankly, he might be better off. And I've said this about Denny Hamlin, to go ahead and sit out the season, literally. But there's some candidates mentioned on Race Hub. Jeff Hammond and Nate Ryan were debating it. Some of the names bannered about, and they want somebody with a history to Chevrolet. One of the names bannered about was Austin Dillon. Dillon be okay, but he doesn't have a lot of Cup experience. Another name bannered about. Oh, first, let me get to the most ridiculous comment I read on Stewart's injury. Was Nelson Piquet Jr. hinting for the ride at Watkins Glen. Give me a break. Nowhere, zero Cup experience, mostly trucks, some nationwide. Give me a break, PK. No, it wasn't you. They picked Max Pappas for Watkins Glen. I heard Boris Said's name mentioned, but I'm told he's under contract to Ford. And therein lies the problem. If a driver's under contract to Ford or Toyota, they're not going to let him go in that 14 car, which is a Hendrick affiliated Chevrolet. Dillon, I looked at RCR, Richard Childress Racing Partners. I don't see any conflicts. Bass Pro Shop's one of their partners, so there's certainly no conflict there. Mobile One, I don't know what oil Childress runs, but it wasn't listed. No oils were listed as a partner of Richard Childress Racing, so Dillon's a possibility. Regan Smith, driving for Junior Motorsports in Nationwide with a lot of Cup experience, including an exciting win at Darlington a couple of years ago, would be maybe a pretty good possibility. But I'm going to throw up a name, and I don't know if he's under contract to Toyota or not. I don't know this for sure, but if the 47 team, in their idiotic ways of thinking, thinks that Bobby Labonte's the problem, well, put Bobby Labonte in the 14 car, and let's see how big a problem he is if they were running their stupid experiment with A.J. Allmendinger. Nothing against A.J. Allmendinger, but they trying to find out what the problem is. The problem is, I don't know if they don't have enough funding, they don't have the right people, but I don't believe the problem is the driver. I would love to see Bobby Labonte. I was hoping when Hamlin was out, Joe Gibbs would go back if he wasn't running the 47 and get Bobby Labonte in that car. Then he could wave every time he was lapping the 47. Unfortunately, he had a bad outing at Michigan in the 51, but hey, all drivers make mistakes. He lost it, and he took the blame for it himself. Kyle Larson was mentioned. I just don't see that. Zero Cup experience. My pick would be Regan Smith or Bobby Labonte. Strictly my opinion for what it's worth, but I think either one of them would do a fine job in the car. Again, Cup experience. Labonte's a Cup champion. Regan Smith has one win, and a lot of people like to say he has two that win that got taken away from him at Talladega. Ironically, it was Stewart because Smith went below the line, but that's the rules, like him or not, and Kyle Petty don't. But it's just been kind of my opinion on who should go in the 14 car.